list video. Today I'm going to be talking about a bunch of the Batman movies. This says as of 2024. It's got a bunch of here that I definitely do not recognize, mostly in the animated side of things, but I'll do my best to not waste too much time on those. So yeah, this is, I'm pretty sure, every Batman movie. I'm sure there's more that have come out since. By the way, can I add one? How to do that? I don't know. I want to add a tier for add row below. There you go. This one is for never seen. Because there's going to be a lot of these that I've never seen. We can go ahead and get those out of the way now. So we got this Lego Batman, Family Matters, Lego Batman, the movie DC Superheroes. Never seen the Adam West animated movies, Return of the Cape Crusaders, and the Two-Face, or versus Two-Face. I've never seen the Brave and the Scooby-Doo movie. They don't have the original Batman meets Scooby-Doo, or Scooby-Doo meets Batman. That sucks. That they don't have the original, because that would be so high on my list. I'll get to that. I've never seen Batman Soul of the Dragon. Isn't this? Pretty sure that was like interesting, but I don't know. Yeah, there's quite a few I haven't seen. I'm just kidding. I've never seen Batman and Harley Quinn, like the animated series. You know, it's quote unquote set in the same universe. I've never seen that, but I've seen a lot of clips of it. I've seen a lot of Assault on Arkham, but I haven't seen enough of it to judge it. Honestly. I'm sure you guys are judging me. I shouldn't have done this list, but honestly, I was mostly planning on just doing the live action anyway, so everything else to me is just kind of extra. And Batman Ninja, that's gonna probably give me a lot of hate, but I haven't seen that either. The rest of these I have seen at least once. A lot of them. So, oh crap, have I seen Sub-Zero? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Which makes me a super big fan, because I know people love that one. If I've seen it, I saw it when I was a child. I don't remember. I know that I've seen it. I know that I've seen it, but I cannot recall any story beats, which means I haven't seen it as an adult or at least a teenager. So if I saw it as a kid and I don't know what happens, I'm going to count that as never seen, because I'd remember. Either way, moving on. Alright, I guess I'll start. I don't want to start from the top. Should I start from release order? I don't know. I don't know the exact years these came out, so I'll just start here randomly. The 1966, I believe, Batman Adam West TV show. I loved this movie as a kid. Of course, there's King Horns, because why give me a break? Sorry, gang. I'm gonna put this in B for now. It could go up. I think it's a good movie. I prefer this. I watched this movie. I have seen this movie more than I've seen any episode of the show. So I might have a lot of nostalgia, but I'm telling you that shark repellent in the back up, it was also cool. So this is my biggest connection to Adam West as Batman for me. So, but that might just be because I didn't watch a lot of the show. So either way, I'm putting it B for now. We'll see where that ends up later. Let's stick with live action first. We'll do live action, then I'll do the animated later. So after that should be 1999 Batman, which I'm putting in S tier. I love that movie. nostalgia influence all of my decisions. I feel no regret or remorse or shame in saying that. So a lot of this list is going to be determined by how much I love it, how much I grew up with it, or how much of an impact it had on me, or anything within that ballpark. The reasoning. So I love this movie. I always will. It's my favorite of the two Tim Burton's direction. I know that technically Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are, he was a producer on them, but those are Joel Schumacher's, not Tim Burton's in my opinion. I don't count them as the same Batman, even though they tried to force that down our throats. But either way, yeah, 1999 is an S tier movie for me. Jack Nicholson kills it, Michael Keaton kills it. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good, so good. And honestly, Batman Returns probably is an S tier as well. But for right now, I'm going to put it at top of A. I have a feeling that's considered sacrilegious. I know a lot of people prefer Batman Returns. But, my fiance prefers Batman Returns significantly. And the last time I watched it, I think I did like Batman Returns more. I think I even said that. I think it had more character. So I think nostalgia is absolutely making this decision. But the last time we saw it, which was earlier this year, I think I showed her Batman Returns for the first time. I think I confessed that I enjoyed Batman Returns more upon that viewing. Alright, I'm definitely going to be coming back to change some of that. Probably. I'm pretty confident that's going to happen. But for right now, just get going with Batman Forever. Batman Forever. Batman Forever. I like this movie. I absolutely understand why people don't like it. I absolutely get it. I think it's hilarious. I think it's fun to watch. Especially me. I rewatched it with my fiance after Val Kilmer passed quite recently at the time of me recording this. Or not recent. Within like a month or two ago. We watched it. And I like the movie. I think it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I think there's a lot to like about it. And I don't think it's nearly as bad as Batman and Robin, which I think y'all saw that coming. I need to confess something though. I enjoyed Batman and Robin as a kid, which is why I don't think it's going to go in F. I'll see how things change. But I liked it. I think it's a fun watch. I like George Clooney as an actor. A lot of the things he's in specifically, where he gets to play a cocky bastard. I don't like him that much as Batman, but like I said, as a kid, I enjoyed the movie enough. Uma Thurman was, yeah, okay. Yeah, but, I haven't gone back and rewatched it as an adult. I have not. So, I don't want to just blindly hate it and say it goes in F because that's what the community would say, but truthfully, I think in comparison to the other movies on the list, it deserves to be an F. But again, we'll see how things change. This is probably the most confident I am that it's going to stay. The rest can move a lot. But either way, moving on. Batman Forever is fantastic. Oh, I said I would stick with live action, so I'll stick with live action for now. Which brings us to one of my favorite movies of all time, Batman Begins. I think this is the best of the trilogy, easily. And I know that I'm going to piss some people off, just like I piss people off in the Star Wars tier list. I think Batman Begins is the best of that trilogy. The Dark Knight's a fantastic movie. Honestly, it's still going S tier. But under Batman Begins, in my opinion, this is not definitive. I'll re-rank them within their tiers as well later. But I'm confident that I'm still going to put Batman Begins over The Dark Knight. Again, I know that's sacrilegious, but it's just how I feel. I would rather rewatch Batman Begins a lot of the time over rewatching The Dark Knight. Matter of fact, I've been craving to go back and play Batman Begins on the Xbox. I haven't watched the movie, so we'll see. But we'll see. That makes this last one quite easy. I'm putting Dark Knight Rises behind the Batman 66. Honestly, I'd put it in C, but I feel like that's kind of just. I don't think it's a horrible movie. I just think it's the least enjoyable. Actually, for right now, I'm gonna put it top of C. Because I don't enjoy The Dark Knight Rises that much. I think it's okay. I think it's a decent ending. But I just don't like it that much. Alright, moving on. Alright, we've got 2 more live actions. I wish it included some of the DC movies, but I guess that wouldn't have made sense. Batman versus Superman. Here is where I'm really gonna piss people off. I'll tell you this, I loved the deluxe edition of Batman vs Superman. But I think that's because I wanted to be edgy. I think that's because I wanted to be different. So I used to say he was my absolute favorite. He's absolutely not. I am willing to put it above Batman Forever, but below Batman Returns. You know, I get that people have a problem with him killing. I think the movie is entertaining. Do I want my Batman to be like this? No, I don't. Not really. I don't want him to be killing. I don't. I do enjoy the sheer violence. I mean, I've been playing Arkham Knight, and this just feels like Arkham Knight. Because, realistically, the way he fights in Arkham Knight, he's killing people. So, I think, you know. But I don't know. Batman in this movie was great, I think. Outside of him killing. If he didn't kill, if they were rubber bullets, if they found a way to explain away, like maybe he just got more violent, but not a killer, I think people would have felt different about it. But, yeah, no, he kills, and a lot of people have a problem with that, and I understand completely. But I still think it was well acted by him. I think outside of the killing, the rest of it is written well. Like, it's an older, extremely disgruntled man. And I think from, a storytelling standpoint, it was pretty good. Again, major issues, but I personally enjoyed it, especially the warehouse scene. I love the action, specifically. I think I just really like the action in the movie. I think that's what gets me. It's like a Michael Bay-ass experience where the writing's like whatever. But because it's Batman, I'm taking it a lot more seriously, Either way, I'm sure y'all are gonna hate on me for that, and I understand. So we'll see how things change in the future while I'm looking at it. But now we have, it's in 2021 that this came out, Robert Pattinson's Batman. Where do I want this? I like them. I really do. I don't like it more than Batman Returns, I don't think. But I probably like it more than Batman vs Superman. You know what's crazy? I don't think I like it more than Batman vs Superman, but I do think it's a better movie. It's entertaining. It's a different kind of movie. It's got action, but it's got less action. Or less explosive action. I also think less people hate this movie, so it just makes more sense, but I don't know. Again, I'll see how it changes. Honestly, I would probably knock it down to B. You know what? I think I'm gonna put Batman Forever top of B. We'll see. I'll come back to this. And that is the last live action that we have on the list here. So, time to move into the animated sector, and I'll just go from the top. Lego Batman movie. This might surprise some people. I love this movie. It's fantastic. It's funny. It's charming. I'm tempted to put it in S, but I'm gonna put it top of A. Which I know is outrageous, but it's what I'm gonna do. I might just throw them all on the board and then mix it around later. Mask of the Phantasm is a fantastic. I think this also goes here. We'll see. Alright. This is Mystery of the Batwoman. I think this is a good movie. I liked it. Gotham Knights. This is alright. It's definitely interesting, but I don't. That's what it is. The animated version of Batman Year One, I absolutely adore. As you know, in my collection videos you've seen, I have a physical copy of it. I think it's very good. That's a very good telling of it. You've got, I forget the name of the actor, but he plays Jim Gordon in Gotham. He's the one playing Batman in here. And then Bryan Cranston is playing Jim Gordon. It's a fantastic voice cast, absolutely stacked. Under the Red Hood, I'm assuming this is the original Under the Red Hood and not the quote-unquote remake that they did where you get different endings. So I'm gonna assume this is the original, and I'm gonna put Under the Red Hood. Probably also here. All the animated movies are just so good. I've never seen Hush. I've never seen Hush, actually. I didn't even know there was an animated movie, to be honest. Oh, no. I did. It has that. Oh man, I remember it. That's like where they throw Lois Lane off the top of the roof to try to snap Superman out of the trance that he's in. That's the scene I remember the most. But the rest of that movie is just, yeah, no. Public Enemies. I think this is a very good movie. Where would I put it though? Probably. I don't. Here's the problem. I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I remember liking it, and I remember a lot of the scenes, but I don't remember. So I technically, by my own rules, should be putting it in never seen. But I remember enough of it. I can count it that I remember how much I liked it. I couldn't even tell you if I liked Sub-Zero. That's how long it's been since I've seen it. But I know that I've seen it. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it there for now. I'll change it up later. The Long Halloween Part 1 and 2. I don't even know what to tell you. I mean, I like that they finally gave Jensen Ackles a chance being Batman, but I hate the oversimplified art style. Probably put them both here. Both above Hush. Actually, probably even above The Dark Knight Rises. I want to show my fiance. I think she'll like it. I'm gonna put them both here. Both like Jensen Ackles because this is Supernatural. So I'll put them both here. I hate that they're two different movies. They just did that to get some money off of it. And it worked. I own a copy of each. Blu-ray. I just wanted that for the collection. But, so I'm gonna count them as one. There. It's whatever. Where it ends even. So, like where the break point is. But Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. Adore this. It's going right here. Mask of the Phantasm. Honestly, I would probably put it higher. Just for my personal taste. Because I love this movie. I grew up with it. It's so dark. It's so good. Where's the Dark Knight Returns Part 2? Oh, it's the deluxe edition, so it's got both of them. I was about to say, where's the second part? Because this also got a two-parter, but I think it works better here. And I love this one as well. I think this is also fantastic. Would I put it here, though? Probably underneath, under the Red Hood. The animated Batman scene is just so good. Get the Killing Joke, which I'll put it underneath Batman and Robin, that's for sure. Honestly, I don't like Hush either. But I'll take Hush over the Killing Joke. Batman vs. Dracula, now this. This is a good movie. It's fun, it's entertaining. But it's not like anything crazy. But that'd be. Now, all three of these, honestly, I like them. I like that. This universe. I don't know why they didn't put like the Justice League movies here. I guess they only put movies that have Batman in it. But this animated, like the new DCAU, I liked that Batman. His, solo movies were alright though. I like Son of Batman. I think it's good. Personally, I'll put them all. I'm gonna put Public Enemies down here because I feel like I'm cheating. I feel like I'm cheating. It belongs here, but I haven't. Like every movie here, I could describe in general what the plot is. Public Enemies, unfortunately, even though I remember a lot of it, I don't think I remember enough to justify it. Sorry, I just felt like I was cheating. And I'll probably put these all at the back of C. They're all good. I think I prefer Batman versus Robin. Son of Batman So that's all of them. So let's go ahead and reorganize this list a bit. Let's start with F. Do I agree with this? I think probably this is solid enough. I think this is. I have a feeling that people are going to give me grief for putting Hush and the Killing Joke behind Batman and Robin. But I think that this one is like cult classic type of bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's so bad that it's funny. Like, I've always said this: a Batman and Robin drinking game is the perfect way to experience Batman and Robin because you'll enjoy the experience that way. I feel like Hush and the Killing Joke, they take themselves seriously to the point that they're not good. They're not faithful to the source material enough. I think my problem with Hush is that I don't really care for the story to begin with, let alone I didn't like their art style that they went with. I like the voice actor who does Batman. He did it in Son of Batman and Batman vs. Robin, I think, right? He was the same voice actor. But the Killing Joke didn't respect the source material at all. Not at all. So, I think that belongs where it is. Bottom of F. These two are alright. I don't know if they deserve to be at the back of C. But, you know what? I think I like them more than Bad Blood. To clarify, this is like my absolute favorite films. I really like these. I enjoy these. These are good. I don't enjoy these. That's the way I'm tiering it. Not that these are bad. These are not as bad. Like, there's different ways to perceive these tier lists, but I would say I enjoy everything in the top 4 rows. And F, I enjoy occasionally and in certain circumstances, or and not at all. But either way. I feel like I'm giving The Dark Knight Rises a lot of hate, and when I rewatch it, I'll probably feel different. But I rewatched it quite recent, like at the end of last year, maybe beginning of this year. It's, I don't know. I feel bad for having it so far down, but I just don't think it's anywhere else. Maybe back of C. Maybe I could give in to that. You know what? I think I feel less bad about this. Sorry, back of B, not C. I feel it's fine enough. I feel like putting it behind this is what's gonna piss everyone off. You know what I mean? That's fair, but it's just the way I'll take it. Honestly, these are interchangeable. Opinion. I don't know. I would put it pretty low. It's interesting. I will put it lower. I just don't. I don't. It's interesting, but outside of that first watch, I don't care to watch it again. I mean, I've seen it a lot more than once, which I think might be the problem. Because there's just not a lot there to make me want to rewatch it over and over again. Some of these other movies. I don't know if this belongs in A. Definitely doesn't for most people, but I feel like I liked him a lot as Batman. Every time they showed him, got a bad rap. I'll drop him down. This is how you know I've changed. This would have been an S tier as of like 2 years ago. But as I've grown up a little bit and I've rewatched it, I've kind of grown to appreciate what Batman really is. I mean, I still like the movie, but maybe back of B. Just because I don't think it's the worst movie I've ever seen. Now, the theatrical version is absolute cheeks, but the deluxe edition isn't too bad. But this is actually probably a little too high. Call these movies a lot. I really like The Dark Knight Returns. Doing this list makes you want to go back and rewatch it. It's a good animated movie. Yeah, this is my list. I like this. This is just how I personally feel about it. this is my favorite Batman movies of all time, honestly. Actually, alright, no. I'm gonna do what I did with the Star Wars one. This is a good list, I think. I think this is solid. As far as like how much I like it. Like this is kind of a balance of how much I like it versus how good the movie actually is. If I'm reading. So it's kind of a balance of both. I would have two different lists if I was doing how good they actually are. How much I enjoy them. So this is kind of my balanced list. This is what I'll call it here as. However, here at the 26-minute mark, I'm going to go ahead and change this up to just show my absolute favorites. Just my favorites. If I'm just doing my favorites, this would probably go here, top of A. These would be knocked down. Because I don't really have any interest in rewatching. I know this is weird, like, cause all that justification I give you, and then I just make a whole different list. But I think it's a different perspective, you know. Like if I were putting about my absolute favorites, you know, things can get really wild like this. Some bird or something. This is my S tier. Like, if you wanted to know what my recommended Batman movies are, it's gonna be this: Batman Begins, Batman 1989. Again, I'm not sure, because I feel weird. I feel like I'm reverting back to how I normally am, where I would prefer 1989. But I don't know. Based on the last viewing, Batman Returns, I probably should replace them. But no, I'm just gonna stick with this. These are to me my favorite Batman movies of all time. These are really good. They're solid. You should watch them. Absolutely should. These are, if you want a different experience, if you want, you know, just different, whimsical, colorful take on it. If you want the exact opposite, or emo, edgy. If you want a good animated adventure with Dracula, watch that. And if you just want like a 60s vintage take, this would be fun. So I recommend those as well. These to me are like, you can watch them. I mean, they're not the worst movies of all time. And then, honestly, you can get away with not watching these. Yeah, you can get away with not watching a lot of them, but these are the ones I'd say if you're gonna, you know, shrink down how many Batman movies you're gonna watch, just cut all these out. Honestly, you can take these out too, but yeah, let's do that. Take these out as well. So, I don't know how loud that is. I hope it's not picking up in the camera, but it's actually annoying the shit out of me because I'm wearing these big ass headphones and I can still hear them loud, which means it must be loud. So, yeah, I've shown you kind of my balance, and then I've shown you my absolute favorites. Now, I'm gonna end this video by talking about what do I think the actual best ones are. So I'm gonna redo the whole list. Best movie, or at least as far as like critical acclaim, is probably The Dark Knight. I'm gonna be taking what I assume is the public opinion. Let's see. I know people prefer Batman Returns. This is probably an A. I know people love this one as well. I don't like that one as much as I do, or this one, or this one, or this one. This one's probably a top of B movie. I know people don't like this one. this is a solid place for it. This is what I think the critical opinion would be, something like this. I'm just gonna change this to bro, because I think people like this movie a lot. A lot of people really like it, probably more than Batman Begins. I probably shouldn't even have this so high. This probably is an A-tier movie to a lot of people. This is what I think probably the critical opinion is. Top 4 movies. Here's the thing, this has its own audience. I feel like a lot of people actually would probably put it here. It's got its own audience that is, huge actually. So I don't really know. It's hard to tell. I hear very conflicting things about it, but for the most part, a lot of people love these. A lot of people love these. I've heard a lot of good things about these, but also I don't hear about them often, especially not these last 3. And then, kind of the slop of it. It's just like, if you don't know where to put it, because there's so much shit talking and so much positives about each. Like, a lot of people, I can name any of these movies, and I know someone personally who loves them. But, what you see on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and everything, it's just, goes to show that people don't like it as much as most. And then, I have a feeling people just, don't care much for these. I'm not gonna throw these in there because I don't know anything about them, but I have a feeling that people would also put the Harley Quinn movie in the bottom somewhere. I heard really bad things about Ninja for some reason, but also there's a huge fan base for it, so probably top of C. People like Sub-Zero